Hello guys, so welcome to a new coffee keyboard video where we will be discussing FStrings. So FStrings is something that allows you to upgrade. It is like a print statement on protein. What it does is it allows you to use curly braces to print variables into it instead of your normal demarcation tool when you would use plus operator or just comma separate them and then print it. Here we can print them directly into the print function, which makes it more understandable and readable for a normal user instead of those plus or commas. So yeah, let's see what beholds are 8 cool ways in which we can use FStrings. Sorry, that should have been the first line. 8 cool uses that we have come up with where FStrings can be used. So let's get started. The first one that we have is align strings with FStrings. So here you see the name is coffee keyboard and we have a integer variable called age, which is 21. So what we are trying to do is we are aligning objects, right? So the less than symbol that you see over here tells the code that the name should be left aligned and it should take a total of 10 spaces, right? So now clearly you can see this is more than 10 characters, so it will obviously allocate more space, and age should have a padding of 5 on both the sides. So let's try running it. So now that you see coffee keyboard, you wouldn't understand it's left aligned, I'll show you, but 21 has a padding of 5. Let's try shifting this to 10 and let's make this 20, so you'll understand it's left aligned or right aligned, right? So now you see coffee keyboard is left aligned in this and 21 has a padding of 10 characters, right? We could just try making it right aligned. So now you see coffee keyboard is right aligned, or we could do the same thing that we give to integers and give it a padding on both sides of 20, which is 10 and 10, right? So once you have got a hang of this, let's move forward and see the second use case. You use FStrings with dictionary variables. So now, just like printing normal variables, we could use a dictionary, let's say person, where the name is coffee keyboard and age is 30. We could use FString to directly print the variable, like the dictionary variable, inside a statement. So my name is coffee keyboard, let's just get that, and I am a person of age 30. So person age is this variable right over here, and let's try running this. So this would be your most used example where you would take the most you could utilize FStrings at its most. So my name is coffee keyboard and I'm 30 years old, right? So that's pretty simple. Let's move on to the third use case, which is use FStrings to format binary and hexadecimal numbers, right? So we have 100 as a variable over here. We'll try printing it in binary and hexadecimal, so which is a pretty simple command where x equals to, let's just get rid of this for now, if that's fine, right? So okay, no, let's just keep it, why even bother? So we have our print over here, the variable print, it's dynamically loaded. So x in binary and x in hexadecimal. Let's try running it. So x in binary, that is 100 in binary, would be 1100100, and in hexadecimal it is 64, right? This is pretty straightforward and you could try messing around with it. Let's say we have 33, and in binary it would be 10001 and 21. Now let's move on to our fourth use case, which is use FStrings to format dates and times. So here we'll do a quick import of our library called date and time, and the date and time now would be stored in this variable, and now let's try printing it. So today is, and the trick over here is we'll be formatting it in this particular fashion. So as you can see, today, August, the date is 24th and the year is 2023. So today is August 24, 2023. So there is in statements where you have to just get done with the print thing and not save it. You could quickly get a hang of FStrings and try using this. It would save you a couple of lines of code and some time. So now moving on to the fifth example, or fifth use case where we use f-strings to format currency values. So here I have 50,000 as the salary and I want to comma dilate it and print it, right? So my salary is the dollar symbol indicating it's an amount, and just comma separate it. So what we would have is $50,000, right? Do it anything, make it rupees, that doesn't really matter, but what we are doing is comma separating it, right? Coming on to the sixth example, use f-strings with formatted strings, right? So our name is Coffee Keyboard, age is 21, here is my name and age. So what I'm trying to say over here is f-strings do not necessarily need to be only used in print statements. You could utilize them in messages or in normal strings, right? Here you see I'm not printing it, but I am just creating a string variable called message where I am utilizing these two variables. So my name is name, which is this Coffee Keyboard, and my age is 21, which is the age variable, and years old. And I could simply print this. Let's quickly add that as well. So we'll do a quick print message as well. And what is going to happen down here is message length is going to get printed. And again, we are going to left align it to 10 and add 10 spaces. That is what we saw above. And message, and then add padding of 20 to it. Alright, let's just try printing it. So my name is Coffee Keyboard, I'm 21 years old, which is the message as it's printed. Let's get rid of that, and message length is 48 which is left aligned now, and it has a padding of 10 characters on its right, and then there's our message. My name is Coffee Keyboard, I'm 21 years old. So that's pretty cool. Now coming to the seventh use case where we use f-strings to format scientific notation. So here I have a crazy huge number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0 and a decimal point, and then again 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. What I want to do is print it in exponents, right? How that is a scientific notation, which could simply be x colon e. And if we see the output, it is 1.2356 something e plus 0.9, which is the scientific notation of saying this. And I do not want to get into the technicals over here. Let's move on to the last example, which I think I personally use the most and you will also be using the most. So I basically use it for debugging, where let's say we are dealing with multiple variables and you want to check where the variables are getting transformed, what is the print, and try printing it out, right? So we have f, a equals to, and b equals to. So I quickly also want to show you how your normal debugging would look like, where you would just simply do a, b, and here we are doing f, a equals, and b equals in curly parentheses, right? Let's just comment it out. So this is what your normal debugging would look like, 102, right? Where you wouldn't be aware what is 100 the value for and what is 2 the value of, right? Instead of this, if we try doing printf curly brackets a equals and b equals, what you will see is we get a printed statement that a equals 100 and b equals 2. So at any point of time while debugging or while just printing it out, we know what is the value for what, and like a is 100 and b is 2. So yeah, here are the 8 cool ways that we discovered to use f-strings in daily Python codes. And if you found this video interesting, give it a like, share it to fellow programmers and everyone. And the link to this Google Colab will be in the video's description and also available on a GitHub repository, which will both be linked below. And considering subscribing to our channel will help us out to create more such content for you. Thank you.